Hey fantasy football fans, I'm the Fantasy Football Girl and this is Secret Weapons, the show that keeps your fantasy team and football talk on target, because celebrating Halloween in the middle of a week can really mess up your schedule. So if you're looking for some key fantasy tips or a few NFL related talking points, so you can spend Saturday afternoon at the gym working off that leftover Halloween candy instead of on your laptop cramming for football Sunday, then this is the show for you. This week, I'm most looking forward to watching the yet-to-be-defeated Atlanta Falcons host the less-than-consistent Dallas Cowboys on Sunday night. The Falcons' offense is flying high, while the Cowboys' defense has been surging. There's a lot at stake for both teams, which should make for one heck of a show on primetime. The Cowboys' QB, Tony Romo, has been an unpredictable mess for fantasy owners to deal with on a weekly basis. While he had a huge game against the Giants last week, he also threw 4 interceptions. Keeping in mind that the Falcons secondary is ranked 16 teams ahead of the Giants, I think Romo is going to be more down than up in Week 9. Now, his 2 best receivers are almost always must-starts. Of the 2, I like Miles more for his reliability and predict he'll catch 4 to 5 balls for around 70 yards and a touchdown. On the ground, for the 3rd week in a row, running back Felix Jones is likely to start in place of an injured DeMarco Murray. With the Falcons giving up the 11th most fantasy points to opposing running backs, the matchup seems to favor Jones. In my opinion, however, he's just one hard hit away from being sidelined. Steer clear if you can. If not, I'd consider him no more than a flex option. On the Falcons side of the ball, quarterback Matt Ryan has been on fire. He's currently ranked amongst the top 5 fantasy QBs and is producing an average of 29 fantasy points per week. The vaunted Cowboys pass rush, led by linebacker DeMarcus Ware, will certainly try to cool Ryan's hot hand, but I expect Matty Ice will continue to bring the heat. His receivers, Roddy White and Julio Jones, seem to have negotiated a deal in which they take turns having big games and then staying quiet the following week. When looking at the numbers, what's interesting is that each of White's big games and all of his touchdowns happened at home. On the other hand, Julio excelled on the road, hauling in each of his TDs away. My prediction? It's Roddy's turn to shine. Buckle up, fantasy owners. This is going to be one heck of a ride. Hurricane Sandy started to make her presence known in the late afternoon of last Sunday. By Monday morning, the superstorm had leveled homes, flooded streets, and caused chaos for millions of East Coasters. 5 days later, the cleanup continues. Many homes and businesses are still without power and trying to regain a semblance of normalcy. One of those businesses is a hotel in Jersey City. This particular hotel was supposed to host the Pittsburgh Steelers as they traveled to take on the New York Giants at the Meadowlands. Due to the effects of Sandy, however, that won't be happening. In fact, none of the hotels in the area are equipped to make room for the Steelers organization. According to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, Big Ben and Company will instead fly into Newark, New Jersey on Sunday morning, have a pre-game meal at a hotel near the airport, and bus to the stadium. After the game, they'll turn around and fly back to the Burgh. The Steelers have had a tough go of it on the road this season, losing 3 out of 4 of their away games. Given the change in schedule and routine, I wouldn't be surprised if that trend continues. On Thursday morning, the NFL and its players' union announced that they would donate $1 million to the American Red Cross to assist recovery efforts in the wake of Hurricane Sandy. Charles Woodson, cornerback for the Green Bay Packers, added that he would be gifting an additional $100,000 to the cause. According to Madison.com, Woodson said that he was grateful for the sense of community that allowed the Packers to thrive in Green Bay and wanted to give back to similar communities that were in need. Even as a Bears fan, I have to applaud Woodson. I may not like your team, but I definitely like you. Thanks for staying classy. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Secret Weapons, and I'm the Fantasy Football Girl reminding you to always win big.